Hey everybody, it's Eric here with ADL's newest driver. Once again, I'm here at the Bahamas on my vacation. And right there is the beach, the Atlantis beach here in the Bahamas. Thank you. Peace.
Hey guys, here we are, Long Haul Larry. We got Big Blue up here, and it is October 12th, 2018. If you guys seen the video before this, I got loaded last night. They loaded me like 13 hours ahead of schedule, and it's a very heavy load, 42,000 pounds. And my boss here has me installing these right-way systems on his trailers. This trailer here is about 6 months old. So it's a pretty new trailer. This is r71. Now I've done this video on installing this already, and I actually watched a video and I thought, you know, I think there's an easier way to do this. Because what I did is I installed the box underneath here. I ran the line all the way back here to this airbag back here and ran it all the way up through there. And then when I saw the video, in the instructions, it wants you to tie into a fitting up here on the airbag. And as a couple people have commented to me, it doesn't matter what airline you tie into in the airbag system, it's all going to be the same. Yeah, I know that's going to be the same. I was just going by the instructions. It said to take the T off, add a T on, you know, put an extra line and then put the other T on top of it. You couldn't do that in any other airbag except for that one back there. But when I watched the video, I saw this airbag when I was up underneath there, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, it has a plug in it. Why not just take the plug out and put it in there so it's directly to the airbag? So that's what we're gonna do. I was talking to my boss when I was out in Maryland, and in the other video I had said something about mounting it up in here. And putting it up here would be easier than up underneath there like that, because if you slide your tandems all the way up, it's really hard to get up underneath there to use this. But I talked to him and he says, yeah, he does like the idea of it up here. The only problem is, every time that we go to Dallas, he gets stuff stolen. He gets spare tires stolen. Just last week, he had somebody take 40 gallons of fuel out of his reefer. So he said it's something about Dallas. Every time he goes on to Dallas, he loses stuff. So he doesn't want it up underneath there. He wants to kind of hide it a little bit. But then I'm putting it out to the world where it is. But right here is the new system. It's the same as the other one. The right way load scale. Part number again is 310-HKANT40K-PP. 3.5 pound scale, lower mount, tandem axle. There you go. Somebody had gone online or whatever and said that they saw this was $300. My boss, I talked to him, he said this is $200. Probably full retail is $300, and he got a deal someplace or something because he's bought them for all of his trailers. So it's 200 bucks. In the box, same thing. Got your actual load scale here. It's in this plastic protective case. Keep it out from the weather. You open it up, and there it is. There's the load scale. We'll get to that later. Pretty simple. A bag of bolts. You got yourself a bracket right here. And I have already pre-drilled the holes. And I'm showing you guys can do this. I mean, this thing is so easy. You can actually do this right in a parking lot. I mean, I'm not in a shop or nothing. It's actually 33 degrees out here, guys. So, I always just carry a drill with me. And then these drill bits are just a set I picked up at Walmart. And you pre-drill the holes for 3/8 for these holes. So we'll get this bracket mounted up. Alright guys, we're back. I have the box all mounted up. Got all the bolts. You guys saw the other video, so it's pretty easy. That's all done with. So now, I'll show you what the easy part's going to be. Instead of going all the way back to that last airbag, there's a fitting right there for a T, but it's right underneath that bar. And so you can't get a fitting. You can't stack a fitting up on top of there, because the hose is going to come out and it's going to pinch over. And they want you to put a fitting in with the line and everything, and then put another fitting for the line, so that makes it real tall, gets up into the frame, and when you slide this back and forth, there can't be nothing that's up there that high. So what I've done is I actually have two of these kits, kit things, because I actually have one for the truck, and they come with this small fitting just like this. It's just a little 90-degree thing, and it's actually for the bottom of here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that plug out, and I'm going to put that fitting like this, and then just run this line right up and through here. So I got a line from there to here. This nice short little line. So first thing I'm going to do is just drain the tank, and there is, you ever wonder about draining a tank? They're right here. You just twist that. Alright guys, I've drained a tank, but the thing is that there's a check valve in there that doesn't let these airbags drain, so there's a lot of pressure still on here. So all I'm using is just an Allen wrench, and to pull this plug out, and we'll just loosen this up and get some of this air coming out of here. But you want to pull all this plug all the way out, because it'll shoot. I think maybe a little bit more. Yeah, she's leaking there. Alright, we're just going to leave that, because if I pull that plug out, it's going to be like a bullet that's going to shoot straight up. While that's draining, I just onto this. This here is one of these, my boss puts these on his trailers. This is a tire inflation system. There's an air line that comes off the main tank. Comes off, here's a shut-off valve right here that you can shut the system off. And then you open this up. You open this up, and this is the inflation system, and this here is a little gadget that you use, and you actually spin this off if you want to check this system to see if it's working properly. You turn this off, there's a little thing inside here, and you put it in backwards, and you turn it in, and it will make the system act like it's got a leak. And then there's a light that's on the front of the trailer, and I'll show it to you guys. I don't have the truck on, so the light won't come on, but you gotta have the truck running. Not running, but you gotta have the key on and everything. And you gotta have air to the trailer, and I don't want to put air back here. But what that does is this supplies power out through a bunch of lines that go through the hubs, and then see you got the lines on each one of these hubs, and so if you get a nail or something like that, it'll automatically put air into the tire to reinflate it. It basically just keeps you going until you can get the tire fixed. But then if there's a problem with the system, and there's a little light right here, and this light shines real bright white. And you can see that from your mirror, and that'll tell you that you got a problem with the tire back there. It's the same thing that I had with JB Hunt, except the JB Hunt, they had an alarm underneath there too, and that alarm was really obnoxious loud. But these here, he doesn't have the alarms, he just has the light. Alright guys, we've got all our air out of our airbag, so we can take the fitting out now. There we go. Now we're going to work our fitting in. Yeah. There we go. And then this is actually the part kit from the last one that I did. They give you 30 feet of hose, so there's a ton of hose left. So I'm just gonna keep using this. I got another one that came with this kit. I told him I really didn't need it, but I'm glad he gave it to me because I stole the other fitting out of it. And then I'm just gonna feed it right up through here. Just like so. Compression ring on there. Tighten the nut on. There we go. There we go. We'll just find out how much line we want. We'll cut off a little bit extra just in case. But it's going to come about like that. We'll cut it off somewhere in here. We still got enough line to do another one of these. And I bought me some wire conduit. We'll just slip this on. You don't have to put it in like this, you can just slip it on afterwards, but it makes it easier. Well, thought it would be. There we go, and I'm going to start zip tying it. Some of these lines. Because I want to keep it away from things that are going to be moving. Like so. for me. Just like so. And then we just screw our little fitting in here. That's where I came. I'm stealing the one out of the kit that goes in the truck. I'll just stop and buy another one of these fittings. They make these metric. They're not 9/16. Can't get a 9/16 wrench on them. For some reason they made this metric, so I gotta use a 15mm wrench to tighten this up. I can't believe I just did that. Really need to have a wrench on here so this doesn't turn, because the gauge is mounted in that plastic housing. Wasn't thinking there for a second. That looks about right, I think. Yeah, that looks good. So now we'll do our final cut. It's gonna be right about there. Tighten that on there. Oh, that's like perfect length. That package of that wire loom was 5 feet. That was a 5-foot piece. So that's how long that hose is. It goes exactly from one nut to the other. Perfect. And then I'll put a zip tie on here just to keep it on that hose. It doesn't flop off of there. I'll put another one up here. Zip ties are cheap. It actually comes with a bunch of zip ties. I just didn't grab the other package. Yeah, I'm just using my zip ties. These are better anyways. The ones that they give you are kind of cheap China ones. Alright. Snip off all our zip ties to make it look nice and clean. And there we go. We're all done. Install. Very simple. A lot easier. I'm gonna tighten this valve back up. And then I'll go up and restart the truck. And put air back here and we'll check it out. And I gotta clean up my mess. Alright guys, I have air all through the trailer. Everything is good. There's no leaks. Everything else. So I have the tandem slid all the way back because I just got loaded. But let's see what it says. Now that other load scale, when I put it on there and I scaled the load, the heaviest I get was 27,000 pounds. And that is right here. And this load is a lot heavier. This is 42,000 pounds. But the tandems are all the way back, so this is not going to be where I run it. But let's just see what the weight is. So if you just pull this knob, see it goes up. And right now it has it at 30,500. So now I'm going to slide the tandems up and get them up closer, and we'll see what the weight comes out to be. All right, guys, I slid the tandems up, as you can see, about halfway. Okay, I slid them up about halfway in between, all the way in the rear, all the way up in the front. And I'm going to check the weight. Now you have to let the air run for a while on the system. I let it run until the truck purged itself, probably about 3-4 minutes, to let everything all settle out back here. If you immediately go back here after you slide it and check this, they say that the gauge will not be correct because the air has to settle and everything, and you have to be on level ground. My light is about dying here. So let's see what we're at. Well, look at that. We're at almost 33. So we're almost at 33,000. It's right on 33,000 right now. So I'm actually not in a hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to slide it back so it pops into this hole, and that's going to be just over 33,000, I bet you. All right, guys, I got the tandems all slid up. I got them locked into place. I think we're really close. I'm looking for 33.5. My air just purged on my truck, so we're good to go. I'm looking at, usually what I do when I set tandems is I will look at the tires and see how they're riding and see how much of a bulge they kind of have, and I kind of compare the two. That's how I've always done it. I try to get them to look about the same, and then I'll go and scale it, you know, but that gets me out of the shipper. Well, now with this right way, I don't have to do that. So let's see what it is. I actually slid it up, and I got a 2, 4, 6. I slid it up actually 2 holes. I was back there, so I skipped to 1 hole and put it up there. I think that's gonna be about right. Let's check it out. We are just went over 33. Well, we are, I mean, right in between. We're just so close to 33.5. Now, this is not calibrated. I have to calibrate this. But the last scale that I put in, it was right on the money when I went and scaled it, but it wasn't a heavy enough weight. It was only 27,000. So I'm going to be stopping and scaling this load and calibrate this scale, but if it's like the other one and it's right on the money, we're going to be right about 33.4, 33.5, somewhere around there. Little added bonus, I was able to get a fitting for my horn. This is a metric. That's why I've had such an issue with it. It's actually metric threads that screw up in this. It's hard, you know, if I came from China or something. There we go. We'll see what that sounds like. See if that all works. That's not the way I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna actually run an actual airline, kind of like the plastic line that they use here. I'm going to use that with a better deal in there, but just to see if this is going to work and everything without the electric solenoid and everything else, I'm just going to do it this way. All right, guys, here we are. Let's calibrate this scale. First, we got to scale this load. So we're pulling up to a cat scale here. We're in Plover, Wisconsin. So we're going to use my cat scale app to do this. Go. We're gonna hit accept. All right, we're gonna enter in the trailer number. It's R71. Done. Hit accept. For some reason I gotta put a number in there. Hit Hit accept. Accept the fee of $11.50, which we won't have to do very much once I get this calibrated.
All right, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you. There you guys see. What did I call it? I said it was going to be about 33.4, 33.5, something like that. It came out at 33.680. That's pretty good because I have half a tank of fuel. So by the time I fuel it, we're going to be right on the money, guys. That is a nicely balanced load. So I'm going to step out. I'm going to park here, and I'm going to step out, and we'll check the numbers and make sure that everything is right. All right, guys. We just scaled. You guys just saw that 33.680. There's that combine head I was talking about. Farmer just kind of left it here. This is they attach this on the front of the combine. These are detachable. They make different styles for different crops, you know, corn, soybeans, they all have different heads, and they just hook those on the front of the combine and away you go. And they haul them like this because they're so wide, they stick out into the traffic. So they'll pull them off, put them on wagons like this, and then just pull them this way. And then when they get to the field, they just hook up to it and put it on. But let's do our calibration here. So we had 33.680. So all we do is just pull the button here. Guys, it's right there. So that's 33 there, 34. It's right on the center line. It's actually, I can just see the center line on the left side of the needle. You can't get any closer than that. That's good. If you do have to calibrate it, you have to make sure that you're parked on a level spot. You have to make sure that the trailer has the air going to it, that you don't pull your trailer brake. You have to release the air so that the brakes are free, because it has to have the air into the system. Got to give it a little bit of time for everything to equalize. Then if it's not correct, then you just put a screwdriver in here and this little screw, and you just turn this. And if you can see that, see as I turn it, the needle goes up or down. And so we'll just turn it back. Right there. It's perfect. 33.5 is just on the left side of that needle. So that's going to be 33.680. Now I'm going to go get a pen and I'm going to write in here that it's been calibrated. So that I would think probably maybe twice or 3 times a year. It says here you should do it every 6 months. Yep, says you should check it every 6 months, it says. So I'll get a pen and then I'll write that in there and we'll be good to go. There you guys go. There's an easier installation of that right-way system for trailerway. I will be doing my truck next. That's going to be a little bit more to it than what I'm doing back there. That makes it a lot easier, just going to that airbag and just taking that plug out. Works awesome. Right on the money. You guys saw the scale weights and everything else. So like every 6 months you need to calibrate them, otherwise they're really good. So right way system for trailer air brakes. They do make one that's digital, and you can actually hook it up to your phone if you're really into that and everything. But you know, I don't know, you got to go back there anyways. It's like Tandems. I mean, does it really? I don't really see the purpose of having one with an app that you can sit in your truck and, you know, look at your weight and stuff. I don't know, but if that's something to you, well, they do make that option, and there you go. So right way system, or right way trailer scale system. You know what? It's Johnny the Chicken approved. There you go. Well, there you go. So I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they are watching this here video. And if you are not, we certainly can change all that around and try it all over again tomorrow. So I will catch you guys later. Bye. Did you guys forget? I think I forgot about that horn. Let's see what that horn sounds like.